What's good, loyal gang? Before we jump into today's video, we want to give a huge shout out to Crowd Cow for sponsoring this video. Crowd Cow, y'all, is the meat plug for providing top quality fresh meats and seafood straight to your front door. As you can see, know your farmer, eat better meats, y'all. So right now we're about to take y'all through the unboxing process so y'all can see all the goodies we got in our Crowd Cow package. Y'all, when I say it's the packaging for me, y'all see how nicely packaged everything was in this insulated box. All of the food items came vacuum sealed. None of our items were thawed out, y'all. Everything was still completely frozen. Another good thing about this packaging is that it's 100% carbon neutral and 100% recyclable. So first up, we have these two frozen lobster tails. Like I told y'all, everything was still completely frozen. The good thing about their seafoods is that all of their seafood is 100% wild caught. And as y'all can see, everything is completely vacuum sealed to make sure that it stays fresh and frozen. Next up, we have these chicken thighs, organic chicken thighs, y'all. Organic, okay? All of their meats are pasture raised. They contain no artificial growth hormones or any type of antibiotics or anything. As y'all can see, Brian was struggling with this whole chicken right here. This is a whole chicken, y'all, that we received as well, and it is completely frozen. We will make sure we do a close-up, and that way y'all can see all of the farmers and where everything is from. That's the good thing about Crowd Cow. You know exactly where all of your meats and everything are coming from, directly from the farmers. So this right here, y'all, is a bag of frozen wild caught sea scallops, and y'all stay tuned because we will be including this in our meal that we're going to be eating on the mukbang today. We will be eating this as well. This is a nice cut of salmon, y'all. This salmon was so good. Like I said, all of their seafood is 100% wild caught, so you don't have to worry about no farm raised, none of that stuff that you get in the grocery store. This is top quality, y'all, top quality. So next up, y'all, now that we got the seafood out the way, we have the beef. And this right here, y'all, is the beef tenderloin steak. Zoom in, zoom in. This is from the farmers, the four butchers, 100% grass-fed beef, of course. This right here, y'all, is a pack of flank steak. As y'all can see, it is still completely frozen, of course. Like I told y'all, everything was packaged up so nicely. And right here we have something that I've never tried is American Wagyu beef. I'm so ready to try this, y'all. So y'all leave us some suggestions as far as recipes and stuff down below, what we should cook with that. And then lastly, we have another pack of flank steaks. So right here, y'all, we're just going to go ahead and prepare our meal that we're going to eat for the mukbang today. So we decided to go ahead and bust out these lobster tails. As y'all can see, they're a nice sized lobster tail. Everything was completely frozen, so we did have to thaw it out. So I'm just cutting up the sea scallops. I thawed those out as well because we're going to be making some seafood pasta. Cheesy seafood pasta, y'all. So right here, y'all, we are just boiling up our rigatoni. I believe this is rigatoni. Yeah, boiling up our rigatoni noodles. While the noodles are cooking up, we're going to go ahead and put some butter in the pan with some olive oil and go ahead and saute our lobster and scallops. So these are the seasonings that we're going to be using. A little bit of Old Bay, Larry's seasoning salt, garlic powder, cayenne. So we're just going to set our lobster and scallops to the side, and we're going to add some more butter back into that pan because we're going to make like a little, what is it called? Like a little cheesy ruche, like a little cheesy sauce to go in our pasta. So we're going to take some flour and then mix that with all the goodness from the seafood juices. So we're just adding in some evaporated milk right here because this is going to really give our cheese sauce that creaminess. So these are the cheeses that we're going to be adding to our cheese sauce. We got some mozzarella, pepper jack, and some Gouda. So we're just sprinkling that in. I went ahead and shredded everything up. We're sprinkling that in little bit by little bit, and then we're just whisking it until it get real cheesy. Y'all, this cheese sauce is so good. And make sure you taste the cheese sauce when you making it because one little wrong move and it's going to be too salty or too peppery. You got to make sure you taste and everything. So I'm just seasoning it up right here to give it that good flavor. And yeah, y'all going to go ahead and see me prepared. Put it in the oven all that good stuff. While we're preparing our dish right now, I did want to go ahead and tell you guys to go ahead right now because Crowd Cow is offering $100, y'all, $100 worth of free meat for all of their new customers and free shipping on all orders. So what I need y'all to do is go ahead and click that very first link in my description box and get in on this limited time deal, y'all. You can get $100 worth of free meat with free shipping. Sign up. That's all you gotta do. Sign up and you can become a member for completely free. Completely free. All you have to do is go on their website instead of going in the grocery store. Add all your favorite meats and seafoods to your box. It'll be shipped straight to your front door. So right here, y'all, we are going ahead and cooking up our salmon. I told y'all we had to get the salmon in there, had to. So I'm just seasoning up my salmon. I wish we would have had a little bit more because y'all know me and Brian had to share it, but it turned out so good. So we're just putting a little bit of seasoning on it, and a lot of y'all suggested that we try it in the air fryer, so we are going to be putting it in the air fryer, and it actually turned out really, really good. What's good, loyal gang? So we're back to stay y'all with another video. So today, y'all,
you already know,
it's the first of many.
Hey,
the first of many.
Many what?
This our new series.
Oh, okay.
Where we about to get real uncut.
Let me know.
Real, you act like you didn't know.
Let me
you
know.
You about to be exposed.
I want to be exposed. Nothing to expose.
Just joking. So y'all, we asked y'all on our community tab, we did like a little poll just asking y'all what kind of topic should we talk about in our mukbang. Well, before we get into that, we did want to talk about this spread. Go ahead and tell them what we eating. Wait, were you eating already?
I had to taste it real quick. Man, I'm hungry. Man,
I'm hungry too.
You know, cook this food by 2 hours ago.
You just spit something on my bread.
No, I didn't.
Bro, I'm so serious. You just spit it right there.
That is the
Bro, you just spit it my food. But anyways, go ahead and tell them what we got in front of us, because it's looking real good and I'm real hungry.
We got this pasta lobster. It's lobster in it. Scallops.
Pasta lobster. I'm gonna just let you explain. I'm not even gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
It's lobster in there and the scallops. Now, I never had lobster or scallops. Well, I had lobster before, but I never had scallops before. You said it tastes like shrimp.
I mean, that's the only thing I can really compare it to. It's not that it tastes exactly like shrimp, but I don't know what else to compare it to. As y'all seen at the beginning of this video, we received a bunch of different products from Crowd Cow. So what we did was we made some pasta, y'all, and then we have some salmon on the side as y'all saw us prepare everything. So y'all let us know what y'all thought about our cooking skills or whatever. So we was trying out something different.
Oh, hold on.
What?
This ain't just no regular salmon. This is that lemon pepper salmon.
Yeah, this that lemon pepper salmon.
Now we ain't never tried it before. This something different.
That's why I said we was really trying like a little 1-2.
Get a little 1-2.
We was doing 1-2.
Hey.
Cause we know y'all want to see more cooking videos, so we're trying to kind of incorporate that within the mukbangs and stuff like that.
Trying to keep it a little somewhat healthy.
Yeah,
somewhat healthy. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that, fast food.
Right.
A lot of
Instead
that
of us just ordering stuff and then doing the video, we're gonna actually take the time to actually cook it for y'all.
Yeah, so we're gonna taste this stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're gonna get you the feedback on, how it tastes and this and whatever. And then we're gonna get into the stuff that y'all wanna hear.
Yeah, we're gonna get into the juicy. We're gonna get all up in our business, y'all. Let's go ahead and get them an initial review. You gotta get everything. Get a scallop, get lobster.
I got a scallop on though. I really can't tell the difference between where's the lobster and the scallop at.
The lobster has like a...
Is this a lobster right here?
A red, that's scallop. The lobster has like a red tint to it. Y'all, that's good.
I got no lobster.
That's good.
Okay.
The mixture of cheeses that we use, so good. With that lobster and scallop.
We use
pepper jack, mozzarella, and Gouda.
Yeah. Okay, this is different. I like this. Is this scallop?
Good. They're like... That's a scallop.
That's a scallop.
I can't really...
Let me see how the scallop tastes.
What'd you think?
No, I think it's a lobster.
I mean, it may be. I mean, we can't really tell because we mixed it together. What you think, though?
It's real good. It tastes like lobster.
It tastes so fresh. Like, when I tell y'all this seafood, we gotta taste salmon first. Before we talk, we gotta taste salmon.
Yeah.
And y'all know it has been sitting for a little minute.
That's the only downfall.
Yeah.
The cookiness. Because this will be done, and then you gotta wait on the salmon, then you gotta wait on the bread.
Okay.
How it taste?
It's really good. Really meaty. It's so good. But because it's sat, it done got a little dry.
It is really good, but it is dry.
Yeah, it got a little dry. Oh, it tastes so good. When I tell y'all this seafood is so fresh, it's so fresh. That corn juicy.
So juicy.
It's so juicy. I wish we would have had more lobster, because we would have really been able to pack it up, and some shrimp if we. All this missing is some shrimp.
That's what's missing. It's missing shrimp. We have some shrimp to think. Oh man.
Oh man. Oh, that's real good. Okay. But you know what y'all came here for? That's salmon busting though.
Y'all always miss from this some shrimp.
Okay. The food about to be gone. We need to go ahead and start talking. I can eat these scallops. These scallops so good. They so good. And they're so meaty. I'll eat this whole plate. What'd you say? Buzzing?
How to rate?
What I'm just saying, buzzing?
Yeah, I can eat this again. I definitely eat this again. One thing I changed on this, I put shrimp in here.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's missing, some shrimp.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and start it off, y'all. So this is gonna be like something that we start doing. Would you say we're gonna start doing this on a regular basis?
Yeah, we'll just give y'all some updates.
I feel like we get so caught up in like the family content that we really don't. Y'all don't really get to know us. What you think?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people have questions. Like, you know what I'm saying? We only let y'all in.
Yeah, we only let y'all in so much.
See, yeah.
Right. Because we don't, we're still, we're really private. Like, we've been like that since we started YouTube. We've been on YouTube now since like 2017, heavy. So we did a poll and we asked y'all what y'all wanted to see. And a lot of y'all voted for why are we not married after so long. So we're going to go ahead and
It's crazy because it's like, there are two other questions on them.
Yeah. A few people chose the other topic, and a lot of people were saying we should do all of them. Like, eventually do all of them. So, we picked some good topics. So, and I think this is a good one to start it off, because it's like, okay, after all this time, y'all high school sweethearts, what y'all waiting for? Y'all done have 4 kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know a lot of y'all be wondering, like, okay, and a lot of y'all just think, y'all just call us husband and wife already. Like, some people just automatically think we married.
Yeah.
Which I get, because it's like, okay, it's not like we're saying, like, oh, boyfriend, oh, girlfriend, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So it makes sense of why you would say that. Why they would say that.
Yeah. So, for the record, we are not married. We've been together since, oh, Lord. Stop laughing. What's so funny?
Huh?
What's so funny?
I can't laugh.
But we've been together since 2009, y'all. We've been together for a long time, okay?
Well.
So, don't do that. Because when I think about it, it's like that's a long time to feel like, okay, what's next? Like, when I had the kids, We have the house. I feel like we skipped steps. Like, you know, like we done did everything but that.
Yeah, we definitely skipped steps. We definitely skipped a lot of steps.
We skipped a lot of steps, you know?
Yeah, that was...
You rather me start or you start?
Yeah, so you'll start up then, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of telling my piece. And then we'll get it from your perspective.
Okay.
So that way we're not going back and forth. Because I know how we get. Y'all, we be in a full-on debate when we start talking.
Okay, we never agree.
And then I start swinging. No,
that's your problem.
I noticed when marriage started to kind of affect me, like us not being married, it started to affect me when I started to kind of not think about how long we've been together. Like, I didn't really like to dwell on it. I didn't like to put a number on it. Like, I felt like it was always an excuse as to why we're not married. Oh, we got a lot of growing up to do. We still got to mature. We got this going on, that going on. I started to feel like it was a lot of excuses. Once we finally moved in together in 2016, it was kind of like, okay, now we done moved in together. Like, what's next? It didn't really bother me back then because it's like, okay, we living together, we got our kids or whatever like that. But I would say it really started to bother me once we got heavy on YouTube.
Oh, because you were seeing what people were saying in the comments.
I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times I was seeing what people were saying in the comments. And a lot of people used to say, oh, well, it seems like she's more into him than he's into her. Why they not married? Be like, you better leave now, sis. Or he ain't gonna never propose to you. He ain't gonna never marry you. You done gave him everything. Why would he do it now? And it bothered me before because I used to be like, okay, what you waiting on? I remember I used to crack jokes and be like, okay. He'll ask me something and I'd be like, okay, where my ring at? I ain't got no ring on my finger. I'm not doing that. Once we got heavy on YouTube and we like this YouTube couple, I started seeing it more often. Like, it's like a constant reminder, like, man, I've been with this man for so long and we're not married. And the only thing he can tell me is either it's coming or we gotta stop arguing. We gotta fix this first. We gotta fix that first. I don't know. It was always some excuse.
There was never no excuse. When we was younger, you gotta think, I'm young, I'm immature.
Yeah.
You're young, immature.
Yeah.
We already had problems going on there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been right for me to, I'm gonna go ahead and definitely just go ahead and buy this
That's
ring.
why I said it didn't bother me back then. We were young. We were immature.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's when I was working at this job. I had saved up to get the ring. At the time, me and my friend went to go look for rings. He went to go look for rings for his girl, and then I went to go look for rings for mine. Certain situations came up. I don't use it as an excuse, but I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? I had the money saved up for the ring. I actually took off from work to go, get the ring because that was my initial plan to, propose and stuff like that. Yeah. So in certain situations, it caused me to pull back. So it's not that I wasn't going to marry her. I was, but it was this, certain situation that took place. I was like, okay, I had to pull back. I was like, I don't know. So it got me thinking again.
But you felt like you had to pull back a little bit. Was your thought process like more so like, let me try to fix this with her, or let me try to make this work, and then I'm gonna try to, try again?
Yeah, that was the initial thing. Was like, let me try to fix the relationship. Yeah, I could have just bought the ring, and we would have been sitting in the situation, years down the line, just in a bad marriage. You know what I'm saying? Because the problem never got solved. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, I see why it made you feel some type of way because you start seeing the comments and stuff like that. That's what I can tell you. Stop looking at the comments. Stop, reading them. You know what I'm saying? This, not whatever, because, they not living our life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't know what's going behind the scenes, behind it. They only seeing what we're giving them.
But also, too, I felt like that. I agreed with them. It was more so like, what's the holdup? And if you don't want to take that step with me,
right? But I also tried.
Know.
But also too, I was trying to work it out. It's not like we went to go see a therapist. So it was mostly us trying to work stuff out, and it just was not working.
At what point did you realize? You got to think. Now this has been years and years. Did you ever think like maybe this isn't the person that I'm meant to be with? If it never really seems like the right time, or we can never get it together, did you ever just sit and think like maybe she's not the one for me? Or was it more so like, you gotta be the one for me, we've invested all this time and we got kids together?
Yeah, that played a big role because it was like, we got these kids, You know what I'm saying? We invested this time into this. And I mean, it ain't like it was just 1-2 years. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that ain't a long time, but 12 years. 12 years is something else. So you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't give up on it, but it was mostly like, okay, it's not fair that I didn't have 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? Then their mom and dad are not, you know what I'm saying, not together. So they in a broken home. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't grow up like that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't grow up like that.
I would look at them and I'd be like, okay, I got to try to make this work. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm getting an interview. That's what it felt like.
No, I'm about to say my part. So if y'all been watching us for a while, y'all probably remember like a time period where we wasn't really posting at all. Like we just kind of stopped and went ghost. And that was like the time where we was just trying to work on our relationship. It seemed like nothing was working. Honestly, the relationship was just kind of like up and down. Like, I don't care what happened. It is what it is.
We never went to go see like a therapist.
We never went to go see no therapist. We never really talked to anybody about it. Starting over just seemed so impossible at that point, you know? And it was something I feel like we both kind of considered. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, okay, I got to a point where I'm like, he can say he gonna marry me, but I don't know. I started to feel like it was never gonna happen. Mm-hmm. I didn't even see it happening, to be honest. You know, so I started to have a lot of doubts. I started to feel like I wasted time, but then I can't say I wasted time because I have my kids. You know, I wouldn't say I wasted my time, but it's like, okay, why not just let me know this ain't really what you want? Like, it's like year after year, I'm like, okay, maybe this year it'll happen. Maybe this year it'll happen. And I started believing it to a point. So I got to a point, I would say like 2019, I was like, yeah. You know, a lot of people ask us now, like, what, you know, he probably to the point where it's like, why buy the cow when you can get everything for free? Like, you know, the milk for free or whatever they say. I started to believe that. Like, yeah, you're right. We done did everything. Literally everything. And that's when we started to not really do like couple videos anymore. Because it was just like, really in the back of my mind, I'm not sure about anything. Like, I'm just like, I done gave this man all of these years just to get nowhere, I felt like. Just to have our kids, you know? I know we all over the place, y'all, but honestly, I started to get to a point where I was like, well, maybe marriage not all of that. Maybe it's just a piece of paper. I really started to believe that. Like I know he loved me. He ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. That's what it is.
So basically, you felt like you settled at that point. You were settling.
I was settling for not getting a ring, yeah. I was settling. I wouldn't say I was settling for you, but I was settling for not getting a ring. And I started to be okay with it, with the idea of us just going 20 plus years without being married. I started to be okay with it. Just for the sake of, like you said, kids play a huge part in that. When you like, I done had all these kids. I don't want my kids to just be, I ain't no stepdaddy, ain't no stepmama. You know, that's how I started to feel. But I'll be honest, once I kind of woke up, like, no, marriage matters. I deserve to be a wife. I started, but it all goes back, and I know I'm all over the place, but it all goes back to knowing your worth and standing firm on your decisions. You don't change what you truly want for nobody. I think, too, I started to feel like, well, if I'm worthy enough of having your babies, why am I not worthy enough to be your wife? My stance is, at one point, at the beginning of our relationship, obviously we were young, we were immature, we literally grew up together. So it was just like, okay, getting married right now wouldn't make any sense. He's still making his mistakes, I'm still making mine. We here, we there, we up, we down, we happy, we sad, we good, we bad. So it was just like, it wouldn't even make sense to be married right now. I'm cool on that. But as we got older and the relationship got more serious, and it's like, oh, we moving in together. Oh, we waking up together. Oh, I'm cooking for you. Oh, I'm cleaning for you. Oh, I'm washing your clothes. That's when it's kind of like, okay, you want me to do all of this or be all of this for you. But when I ask you about marriage, it's just like, you just kind of like, and that's how I felt. I was just like, he don't seem like he care about being married at all. And I'll be honest with y'all, it made me feel like I wasn't good enough or worthy enough, or I don't know. I just felt like you felt like I can go another year. Like, she's still gonna be here. I can go another year.
The main problem is we never got help. Yes, the main part is we never got help. I see why you would think that, you know what I'm saying? I see why you like, okay, I feel like he's just going to keep prolonging this and that, whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But also, too, you have to think, too, what we were going through. Well, it would give me, like, okay, like I said, it had me going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Other thing. And a lot of it, like we said, the kids had to play a huge role in it. I just didn't want to get into a marriage where it was bad. So you would prefer me to just propose, knowing that the stuff we was going through, knowing that, okay, this relationship is rocky. You know what I'm saying? And because you're seeing the comments saying that why you ain't married, sis, why he proposed this and that, whatever. Knowing what we already got going on, mm-hmm. You would prefer me just to go ahead and propose to you? You would have just said yes?
Probably not.
We're on the same page of this relationship was rocky, so it needed help. So therefore, that's why I wasn't proposing, because there would have been no point.
No, I get that. I get it. I get what you're saying. But also, too, I get that you were trying to make things work. Right. I get that.
And but also, too, I just felt like the comments will always drive you to that. Because it would be every time we post a video, it might have even been like a video like this. It might have been like a prank or something. But somebody always would say something in the comments like, why they ain't married? But it will always get to you. You'll be laughing, this and that, whatever. They said this, this, that, whoop, whoop. But you see that one comment, and it'll change your whole mood.
Once again, it was something I was thinking in the back of my head.
Yeah, something thinking in the back of your head. But if I were to propose to you, you would have said no.
Yes, but at that, and I can't even say for sure I would have said no. I'm only saying that now. A lot of factors that would have had to go into it. How was we at that time? I ain't gonna lie. How did you do it? Meaning, how did you propose to me? If it would have just been something rushed.
The thing is, I wouldn't have to ask it.
It's just so many factors. So I don't know if I would have said yes or no. I don't know. Honestly, our relationship was rocky. But I would say at a point, it should have just been like, okay, it never really seemed like it's the right time for me to marry this girl. Maybe this not the girl for, because you date somebody with the intention to marry them. Not with the intention to have kids with them. Not with the intention to move in with them. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, when you know, I feel like you know.
Well, I mean, that plays on both ends then.
It does. But also, too, when you're telling me, I'm literally asking you, why haven't you proposed to me yet? If you can't look past our issues, the thing is, nobody's going to be perfect.
I never said nobody's going to be perfect.
There's no perfect timing for a marriage.
Nobody's perfect. A marriage is not perfect either.
Yes. You can't say, oh, we were going through this. Oh, you're always going to be going through something. It's not going to be just perfect. But it don't take years and years and years and years to say, man, these issues. Every time an issue come up, oh, well, I can't propose now. Oh, can't propose now. It's whether let me propose so we can work through this because I know I want this to be my wife, or I'm not willing to have her be my wife. I don't want no parts in a marriage with her. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I started to feel like, and that's why I started asking you. I said, you know what, at this point, I'm just gonna be open. Every time I bring up marriage, you literally are just like, this again.
I didn't do that.
I didn't say you did that. I said you be like, this again.
What do you mean I'd be like this again? Like,
it was never a conversation you really wanted to have. And I mean, y'all can let me know. Do men talk about it? Like, I don't know. I've been with the same man since I was 15. So it's like, I don't know. Do men talk about I'm pretty sure in relationship you say, yeah, you know, I think about the day when we get married. That's something I never heard you say. Or I want you to be my wife one day. I can't wait for you to be my wife. I can't wait to propose to you. Or let's go look at rings together. Like you never said anything marriage related. You never said, well, what type of wedding would you want to have? Destination wedding? If I brought up anything like that, you just kind of shut down. You wasn't in a mean way doing it, but you was just like in a, kind of rather not talk about this right now. And I mean, I'm just being honest.
Oh, okay. I know.
So it's just like, I started to believe that this not really what he wants. He don't want to be married. He's okay with us being how we are. Which, you can't say it's bad, because, I mean, we're still here. We're not going to say it's good. But we're not going to act like it's the worst. So if if you're okay with sticking out these problems, these issues with the kids, in the house, bills, all of this that comes with it, what's so wrong about just adding a marriage to it? Adding the wife title to it.
Okay, so after all that, I agree with you. This and that, whatever. I'm gonna agree with you. That's one thing we don't do. We don't agree with each other. But I'm gonna agree with you on that.
Don't agree with me just because we on camera now.
Oh, no. The thing is, I'm gonna agree with you. And I'm gonna be brutally honest with y'all. All right, I did plan on marrying you. Okay, I did. I thought about it a lot. I thought about it when I used to, when I went to go look for the rings, this and that, whatever. But
so what about after that? Because you always go back to that one moment.
That one moment. After that, yeah, I thought about it too. At that time, I felt like I was battling with myself. I'm a type of person, you already know. I don't really ask for help, or I don't talk about my problems, this and that, whatever. And I felt like mentally I was going through it. And I'll say, I felt like I didn't want to let it go. I didn't want to let I didn't want the relationship to go. You know what I'm saying? So I put so much time into it that I didn't want to let it go.
So you didn't want to start over?
And I didn't want to start over. I don't know if you ever heard of this, but I felt like it was a soul tie that actually had me.
Soul tie had me. What?
I felt like it was a
soul tie.
Yeah, it felt like it was
like soul tie.
Yeah, I felt like it was soul tie, so it was very hard for me.
That was like your connection to me.
Right. So it's very hard for me to just like get up and walk away and be like, nah, I don't want to do this. This and that, whatever. Because I'm not that type of person. I try to work it out. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I felt like I was trying to do it on my own. I wasn't asking for anybody for help. I wasn't getting help. You know what I'm saying? And, it wasn't right for me to string you along like that. You know what I'm saying? Then I got into a deep depression. Because I'm just like, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Why can't I get it together? You know what I'm saying? And I just was like, man, why is it so hard?
So what's so hard? Like, why can't I be
the man that she wants me to be?
Basically. Oh, why can't I do what she?
It's not even that. Needs. Why can't I be the man that she wants me to be?
So by the man that she wants me to be, meaning
the propose, all these other things that you always complained about. You know what I'm saying? It's like we didn't have these problems before we had the kids, and then
because kids do bring
we had the kids,
it brings issues.
Right. Then we had the kids, and then the problems. It's the same old problems that kept coming up, and it's like, man, what's wrong with me? Why can't I do this? Why can I step over and go ahead and go ahead and initiate it and do this and this and that, whatever. And that's why I felt like I battled with myself for a lot, and I got into depression, this and that, whatever, and it was just like, man, it's like I don't know. And then I wasn't using an excuse, but when we was going through the stuff and stuff, it's just like, if I'm going through this, why can't I just get up and walk away? You know what I'm saying?
Because too, you say that. So once we started going through stuff, it was more so like marriage just seemed so far away, like further further and further.
It got further and further away, and it was like I would think about it in the back of my head. It's like, okay, I can do this, and then it was like I'd be battling with myself again. It's like, nah, and then it was like I was see my kids, and now I see you complaining about the things I wasn't doing, and it was like. Yeah.
It was more so like, I kind of get what you say. So it was more so like, as much as I want this to work, as much as I know how much she wants to be married,
right?
If she's complaining now, marriage ain't gonna solve that.
I feel like this is gonna bring more problems.
When you said you were going through your stuff, you said you didn't have anybody to talk to, so you felt like I wasn't the right one to talk to about it.
The thing about you, and I'm gonna be brutally honest.
Hey,
I'm gonna be brutally honest.
Go ahead.
The thing about you, and I've noticed it. I noticed it for a long time. I can't talk to you about things because, and you might say I'm being petty, but I'm not. I promise you, I'm not, y'all. I'm not being petty. But I would tell you certain things, but then you'll use it against me later on.
You do the same thing.
No, I don't.
Literally do the same thing.
No, I don't.
You literally do the same thing.
Please, what? This you gotta give my thing one time.
You literally do the same thing. Oh my God.
One thing about that, you gotta give it to me one time.
I don't use it against you.
You do use it against me. You're really petty with it, and that made me feel like, okay, now I can't talk to you. I can't tell you certain things.
I just don't see how you're in the house with somebody, you loving on somebody, you can't talk to them, You battling all these things.
But you're I'm battling the stuff. I'm not getting help for it.
I get that. You're battling all these things, but also, too, you're telling me in one ear. Just imagine. I'm battling all these things, and then you're telling me in one ear, it's coming. It's coming. Plus, we throw another baby in the mix. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that right there is just because we just wasn't being careful. I mean,
well, I get that, but it's just like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense.
None of it makes sense.
Hear, well, we go through all of this stuff, and we have all these problems. If we got all of these problems, well, maybe, and I'm not the relationship guru or nothing, but at that point, all these problems and you and marriage seeming so far off, it's like, okay, maybe marriage is not meant for y'all too. Fast forward to now, y'all.
Gonna fast forward to last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so previous years it was up and down.
Yeah.
The relationship was up and down. For the last year, this relationship's been declined all the way down. It's just been down.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna keep it 100. We're not gonna lie.
No, we gonna keep it 100.
We're gonna keep it 100.
Yeah.
You agree with me?
It's just the way you just said it. You just got all.
No, I'm just saying because I
that.
know it's not hype, but I just want to let you know that we're gonna be honest. It was no up and down. It was just down. Was it not?
Yeah. It was a lot of down moments.
Yeah, it was just down.
Yeah.
That's when your depression hit.
And what he mean by that, y'all, is, I'm pretty sure y'all can tell when we was dropping a whole bunch of sad videos, me crying, literally turning on the camera and crying. I would never do that. I was heavy in my postpartum depression, and it was something I couldn't shake. I wasn't seeing no therapist. He was my therapist, literally. As bad as that is, he was my therapist. All my loads, I was dropping on him. Dropping. And that all goes into now, while we're not married, y'all have seen us have another baby. Y'all have seen us, we continue to do videos together and stuff like that. We don't do as many couple videos anymore. And that's why, because our relationship is still rocky. I would even say our friendship is rocky now. Because it's hard to bounce back from such a low point while you juggling kids, work, all of these different things. Fast forward to now and our thoughts on marriage and everything like that. So that way we can wrap this video up. Our thought process right now is whatever happens, happens. I'll say that. We're not forcing anything. We're not getting married for the kids. We're not like, when it's coming. I'm not on none of that type of time no more. We getting older. I know what I want, and he know what he want, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna just say that, and I think that's enough. What do you think? What would you say?
Yeah.
I would say that's where we are. We kind of got to understand into where whatever happens, happens. We're not forcing anything for the kids. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. After so many years and so many ups, downs, good, bad, this roller coaster type of emotions, all of that plays a huge part. Has played a huge part in the real reason as to why we're not married. All of that as a whole. And I'll be honest, I'm glad we didn't get married a long time ago. I would even say 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 6 years ago. I'm glad and I'm thankful that we didn't get married.
Basically, 2011. Yeah.
Well, I was
2016.
Graduating high school, so I'm glad we didn't get married. What are you talking about?
2017. You basically might as well say 2017.
2016, 2017.
Yeah, so 2016, 2017. Yeah.
After, at that point, Maya's 2. We had just had Bree and CJ. At that point, our relationship.
Okay, Maya and CJ. No, Bree and CJ. I would say that was the highlight point right there. That was the most.
Yes.
Is the relationship has ever been up.
Yeah, but
after that year.
And you gotta think things were rough. We had just lost our child. Things were rough.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
I know. I get what you're saying. It was like a high point, then it was like a extremely, extremely low point. It's almost like the years are after that year just kind of all came together. We had some high points, but we also had some really, really low points once again. And I can definitely understand where you just kind of felt like, why I want to take this next step, and we keep up, down, up, down, up, down. But also too, it would have gave me a sense of, okay, he want this, you know. Like I said, I can't say whether or not I would have said yes or not.
I felt like you wouldn't have said yes. I felt like you would have been no. Knowing that what was going on, I felt like you would have said no.
No, I mean, it's no way for me to know that.
To be truly honest, I don't think you would have said yes. And I'm just going to be honest.
Okay.
There's no way you
would have
said
said it don't matter
yes.
now. I mean, we here. We
I'm
still
just
not
saying.
married, but we're here. We're here. All these years later. I definitely feel like us being high school sweethearts, like it's not, and not saying all high school sweethearts go through this, but I feel like us growing up together, us having two different views on marriage, and then throwing children into the mix at a young age, because it never was just me and you living together, you know? I think that played a big part in it. It wasn't just, it never was me and you living together. We never got a chance to do that. We had kids so early.
Yeah.
So early on, we had time where it's just me and you, but we didn't get a chance to travel together, just me and you. Live together, just me and you. Really get to know, okay, is this even wifey material, or is this even husband material?
Yeah, because it wasn't like, it was just
we just jumped right into parenthood.
It was parenthood.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we're going to thug it out.
Yeah, we're going to make this work for the sake of our family.
And I mean, I think that was, like I said, we missed a step, a huge step.
That was a huge step,
That was a huge step.
That's why they say wait to have kids. That's
yeah,
why
you wait to have kids.
That's why they say wait till you're married. That's why they say, that's why they say all of that stuff.
And you take those necessary steps, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even if we didn't even have kids, you moved in. I see how you live. You see how I live.
Yeah.
I see if you don't clean up.
I see if you gonna get mad about small stuff, or if you gonna clean up after yourself.
Right. Just simple stuff like
simple
that.
Stuff,
that would have. And I think that's what it was. You
know
what I'm saying?
I
feel like because we didn't move in together, and and actually figured each other out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could go to each other's house. You know what I'm saying? But that's not like.
But it was only a few hours.
Right. But actually living with that person and
being around that
person and knowing, okay, this is how this person is, and then you know what I'm saying. Not even having kids, but just knowing that before you even had kids. You know what I'm saying? Before if it was a slip up. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like
if you did have a slip up, it's like, okay, we having these problems. We're not really seeing eye to eye.
Right.
Let's end it now.
Right. And especially before we throw a child in this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and end this now. Yeah. Because it's like it's not even worth it. If it can't withstand all of this stuff now, it's gonna crumble.
Yeah. If we can't.
As soon as you add a child.
If we can't, see eye to eye when it's just us two.
Right.
There's no point of bringing, kids into that mix. There's no point of taking the next step to get married. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's the huge step.
That would have kind of nipped it in the bud for us.
Yeah. So it's kind of like we knew each other, but we didn't know each other. We didn't know each other like.
We didn't know each other as adults. I would say. As when we was having fun and going on little dates here and there, you dropping me back off to my mama's house and you going back home to your mama's house. We didn't really know each other like that.
So
we knew each other, but we can only know so much.
Right. You really know a person when you
live with them. Yeah.
And that thing we didn't. We skipped that part. Had a baby. And then moved with each other.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Before this camera cuts off again because it's about to go dead, we did want to give a huge shout out to Crowd Cow for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for sending us over all of these top quality meats and seafoods, y'all. As y'all can see, we didn't play. We bust down. We went in on this food, y'all. Brian ate both of the corns. The only thing he got left is a little bit of scallops and a little bit of salmon. And I went in. I probably ate by all my scallops and all my lobster, but y'all, that seafood it was so bomb. If we have any type of coupon code or anything like that, y'all know we will leave it in the description box below, and if we have one, we will put it on the screen. But what we need y'all to do is go ahead and let us know. We need some feedback. Y'all let us know.
Yeah, let us know what other topic y'all want, because I felt like it was kind of one-sided. I'm keep.
You feel like it was what?
I feel like it was one-sided.
Because it was one-sided.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's only you only get a snippet of what it, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. I mean, y'all let us know.
Just let us know what other topic.
But yeah, so let us know what other topics y'all want us to talk about. Let us know if y'all prefer the long videos like this. We want to give y'all like a little feel of, just kind of bring y'all into, because it's not perfect. A lot of people think like we got the perfect relationship, perfect family, all these things. And we want y'all to see like the raw and the real. We do go through things. a lot of things, you know, on the day to day, and it's a struggle. You know, after all these years, people kind of like glorify like high school sweetheart relationships, and it's not easy at all. Never has been. I can't remember a time that it was easy. Maybe when we was in high school, it was kind of easy.
It wasn't nice because we wasn't talking when we was in high school.
We was talking. Oh yeah, you had graduated. I was still in high school. You just graduated. We will be bringing y'all more and more family content because we're not going to be doing too much of the couple videos. Like y'all see, we haven't been really doing them like that. So we're going to be kind of venturing out onto our own channels. Brian has his gaming channel and I have my personal channel. So make sure y'all follow us over there. Make sure y'all follow all of our socials and everything down below. And let us know, like we said, what the topic. Y'all just give us some feedback. We need some feedback so that way we can give y'all what y'all want. We're going to go ahead and end this video here. We'll see y'all in our next video. We love you guys. Peace, loyal, gang. Gang it, gang. Gang.